or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Beautifully Desi and thank you so much for clicking on my video. So today I'm gonna be doing a story time, getting a little personal today with this story time. And I don't want folks to think that I want any sympathy. This video is not for any sympathy or anything like that. I'm just basically being transparent with y'all. When I was 15 years old, I was at my cousin's house and I didn't feel like right. I felt weird. I felt like I was like, you know how you have a sinus infection in your head and it make like your ear numb and like something is stuck in there and it just don't feel right. So I went to sleep thinking that, oh, it might just be my allergies, you know, I'm not feeling good, let me just go to sleep and I'll sleep it off. So the next morning when I woke up, the right side of my body, from the back of my head to the tip of my toe, to the tip of my fingers were numb. And you know that numb feeling I'm talking about, like when you sit on the toilet for too long and then your legs get that feeling. It was like that on the whole right side of my body. So I knew something wasn't right. So I had went home and I had told my mama, and I was like, Mama, you know, something ain't right. So she took me to the emergency room, they checked my blood to make sure I didn't have any diseases or anything, and they checked me for the flu. And everything was normal. Nothing was out of the ordinary, so they sent me back home. I think it was like a week went by and I was still feeling the same way. And so I told my mama, I was like, nothing has changed. I still feel like my body not right. When you know your body, you know your body. And my body, it just wasn't, it wasn't normal. So she took me to my doctor, my pediatric doctor. Like I had you know, when you're younger, you have like a assigned doctor. They told them about everything that was going on with me, and they ended up scheduling me for a MRI. And the results came back, and I had like multiple lesions on my brain and on my spinal cord. And they was like, you know, we can't really say that you have MS right now, but it's a big possibility that you do, because you have like more than enough to say that you possibly do. So they scheduled me, because like at the time MS was a rare disease.
So they had to send me to a doctor in another city in my state because there was no doctors in my city for my disease.
They tried to offer me medication. I asked for time to think about it, because I didn't really want to, like, you know, everything just was happening so fast, and I was like young and still trying to live life, and you know, I wasn't like, you know, I'm just trying to grasp like the information I just got last week, and y'all trying to come and throw me on medication. Like, no, wait. I've never been a medicine taker, so it was easy for me to say, nah, I'm good, like, you know. So when we left, I say probably like shortly after the whatever was going on, I guess it was like a flare up, but it had went away. And so like a week later, my mama had asked, like probably like a week later or 2 weeks later, my mama was like, you good, you know, you feeling okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So we just left that in the past, so we moving on. I done forgot all about the fact that I just got diagnosed with all this, like with this stuff. I done forgot all about this. Like, I done forgot that I had a disease, well, a possible disease, you know. So, you know, I go through school. I play like volleyball throughout the year. So when I got to like I think it was like 12th grade, I had stopped playing volleyball, because I was playing volleyball from like middle school to high school. So like when I got to like the 11th grade, I had stopped playing volleyball. When I got to 12th grade, and mind you, meantime it wasn't bothering me, but it was certain drills that we had to do during volleyball that I could not do. And I would cause the team every single time to have to stop and do everything over again. Like, I never could jump. That's all you ever heard my coach saying, Desiree, get off the ground, jump off the ground. Desiree, get off the ground, jump off the ground. Like, if you ask any of my players, any of my fellow players from middle school or high school or anything, what did the coach always used to tell Desiree? Move your feet, get off the ground, move your feet, get off the ground. And I also remember when I used to run, because, like, you know, of course, we played a sport, so we had to, like, run to, like, exercise to stay in shape and stuff. And my teammates used to be like, Desiree, why you walk with your butt, why you run with your butt stuck out? And it was because, like, now that I'm thinking back on it, it was because the top half of my body always tries to leave the lower half of my body. So my legs is like the hugest problem when it comes to MS. Like, I have trouble walking. I felt like nothing was happening, but, you know, at the same time, it was there, you know, and I just wasn't, like, realizing it. And so, like, when we would have to, like, jump stairs, I would cause the team to have to go all the way back down to the bottom of the stairs, and they'd be almost done. And Lord, I used to have the team mad at me all the time when it came to jumping stuff. But I had forgot all about my MS. But we was fine as heck though, for real. But it wasn't just because of that. We was just fine because we used to work out all the time. It used to be a problem because I used to add on to the problem. You know what I mean? My coach would be like, oh, everybody go back down to the bottom. Desiree ain't doing it right. Everybody be like, oh, Desiree. But, so that happened, you know, 11th grade, I stopped playing any sports or anything. Then come 12th grade, 11th grade, I think, it was like 11th grade or 12th grade, I had started smoking. And so I had started smoking, you know, I'm just living my best life, smoking. And then after smoking, shortly came drinking. So now at this point, I'm smoking and drinking. And at this point, I'm also smoking like black. I graduated, you know, I was still smoking and drinking. So, it got to a point where it's like I would hit anything, I would immediately feel that tingly feeling. Y'all know that feeling I told y'all about at the beginning, in the tip of my toes. And it wouldn't happen until I hit something. And, you know, of course, now that I think about it, cigarettes do mess with your nerves. Smoking anything, it messes with your immune system. And that's what MS is. MS is basically your immune system attacking your central nervous system. So I have two systems that are abnormal. Like, one is under attack and one is attacking. Like, they're both not doing what they're supposed to do or operating how they're supposed to operate. So when I would smoke, it would, like, you know, I would immediately feel it in my toes or at the tip of my fingers. So, you know, eventually I just stopped smoking. So when I had stopped smoking, I had like doubled up on drinking. So now at this point, I'm drinking like for everything that I don't smoke. So I could keep drinking because I couldn't like feel the onset effect as if I was smoking. So I would drink, but the only thing that would happen to me when I would drink, of course, it would be harder for me to walk because it's already hard for me to walk. At this point, walking began to get harder. And at this point, it felt like I was dragging an elephant on my ankle. And so, of course, you could only imagine, I'm drunk as heck. I already got drunken legs. Now I'm drunk. So it's, you know, doubled up. So forward to like probably like a year later, I had started working at Rite Aid. And at Rite Aid, y'all know those yellow tags when you walk, like when you go through Rite Aid, we had to hang all them up. So it would be two different tags that we had to hang. One was for each week and one was for each month. And we had to take them down there and put them up. So these tags these tags killed me. It would be times that I'd be trying to hang up the tags, like the shelves that like are at the top, they good. But when it comes to the shelves that are like lower, and I had to bend over and put the tags on, it would be like so freaking hard for me to do it. And you can only imagine the ones that are like at the very bottom. And it would be so bad to the point like when I would try to hang the tags like on the bottom shelves, I would like literally fall over because I couldn't like keep my balance. It was such a challenge for me to hang up them tags. Like it was so hard. But I did it, and you know. Another thing, when I started working at Rite Aid, I started eating heck of candy. And so that added to it. Like I already was drinking every day. Every night I get off, me and my homegirl, what we drinking tonight? After church, we drinking. After school, we drinking. After work, we drinking. Drink here, drink there. On a Monday, Tuesday, turn up on a Wednesday, turn up on a Thursday, Friday and Saturday and Sunday, of course. But you get the picture. To the point where I just couldn't handle it no more. It is what it is. You can't pick your struggle. By this time, it was a specialist in my city, so I just ended up booking with him and going to see him. And he ended up admitting me into the hospital like the whole weekend. I think it was like from a Thursday to a Tuesday or something like that. But he admitted me into the hospital because he wanted to run tests, and he also put me on steroids. So when I had came out, I was looking like a big old balloon that blew up from them steroids. So when I came out the hospital, it was like I was a brand new person. And I don't know, it just felt like so unreal. It was like, because I haven't seen the sun in forever. So when I had went outside, it was like the sun, it was like, I don't know, it was just like, it was weird. Like, it was crazy. Like, I had a change of life, like, while I was in the hospital or something. But yeah, so mind you, me and my homegirl turn up all the time. Turn up. So she called me like, and by this time I had just got my apartment. Yep, I had just got my apartment. So she called me. She either had a bottle or we went and got one. But I went and picked her up when we came back to my house. And when we got to my house, usually I'm the one that's gulping, like, the bottle. But I wasn't feeling it. And so I ended up like drinking, like taking a drink, or like I remember like tasting it or something, and it was like it wasn't, it wasn't giving what it was giving before. It just wasn't my forte anymore. That's when I turned my life over to God. So fast forward like the beginning of 2020, and I ended up having another flare up. Any little thing like food, lack of sleep, stress. But the hardest thing is food, because we all know that eating correctly is hard. If that was the case, we'd all be walking around this mud looking like America's Next Top Model. This flare up it had made my eyes go like in different directions. Not in different directions, but it made my eyes do like this. Okay, you see I'm doing it voluntarily, but at this point I couldn't control it. It was just stuck like that for like a few days, and it was stuck like that, and it was making my head hurt, and I had like, I'm pretty sure I had a fever. Like, I just was not myself. Like, I was sick. And so anytime I went somewhere, I had to walk around with a patch on my eye because I was seeing two of everything, and I had to walk around with a patch on my eye. And my auntie had ended up bringing me a cane, and that helped a lot. But it was weird because I can't walk with a cane. But it was like, it was helping me, because it was hard because it was new, and I never had a flare up like this one. Like, I'm used to, like, the regular, like, not being able to walk and da 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 da. but I never had my eyes to go like that. And so when that had happened, I had went to the eye doctor. And when I went to the eye doctor, he ended up giving me some like eye drops in my eyes. I don't know what kind of eye drops it was, but it helped my eyes to go back like how they're supposed to be. Somebody else that had MS had told me about another doctor in another city in my state. So I went ahead and scheduled with that doctor to see. You was speaking so highly of him. So I'm like, I might as well just go ahead and go see a doctor, you know. Still strictly against medication. That's the main reason why I didn't want to go back to the doctor, because of course they're going to try to offer medication, and that's what the previous doctor had. So yeah, the previous doctor, he was just trying to put me straight. He was like, you know, of course he a doctor, like medication. And I didn't really want medication. And so the other lady, she was like speaking so highly of him and all this and that. And she was like, he really cares and he listens and just saying all the good stuff. So I'm like, okay, let me see about this doctor, thinking that he could do something else for me besides medication, because I was strictly against medication. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, growing up, I used to like deal with the cramps, like just because I didn't want to take medication. So like seeing a doctor, it just wasn't, you know, up my alley. But then that flare up had happened, and she was like telling me, you know, he good. He's a good doctor. He listens. He cares. And she said that his mom had MS. So I'm like, okay, you know, it sounds persuading. So I went ahead and scheduled an appointment with him. I went to see him. He offered medication. So at this point, I'm like, okay, you know, I need something, because you know, it's only gonna get worse. And he told me, you know, the medication is to slow the progression, and you know, a little icing on the cake, it might help you through your day-to-day, you know what I'm saying? But I've gotten it this month when I go back. This will be my fourth or fifth time. I think it was my fifth time, because I had started in like October. But I'll be going back, and I like when I first get it, I'll be feeling like amped up. Like, it do make you feel like, you know, you just got a new high.
And that's the main reason why I didn't want to get on medication, because I didn't want my body to become dependent on anything, especially not medication, something that you can get immune to and it eventually stop working maybe.
Like I had said, I've never been a medication type of person, but here I am on infusions for my MS. So that's where I am at this point. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, I'm trying to maneuver through it, trying to learn different stuff, trying to see, you know, what I can do to help it and to help me, because, you know, it's kind of hard. Like, I can't do nothing that I used to do. Thank God, you know, that I got to live my life at an early age. Thank God my mama was not a strict mom. So I got to party while I was young and have fun and hang out and stuff. And now it's like, you know, I don't care that I don't get to do that, because I've done that. So, you know, I think everything happens for a reason. So, you know, I just give all the praises to the Lord. So that's where I am now. I'm on my fifth infusion, and yeah, I'll keep y'all updated on my MS for sure, because that's a part of my life. That's a part of me. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, and hit that notification bell beside it so you can be notified every time I post a video. And with that being said, I hope to see y'all in the next video.